bring to the, perspective of the viewers. Take a look at this, guys. Right on the first page, there's a bottom line story, really interesting, Varghese. Take a look at this. Pizza boy and security guards that were deployed as decoys. This is how the police in Pune busted an IPL betting racket that has arrested 53 people. So next time you've got Zomato delivery coming to you, I mean, it could very well be, a sting operation sort. It could very well be a decoy. Also, in a tragic affair yesterday, a woman and daughter suffocated to death after fire in a 4-story building. 9 on terrace were rescued with a ladder. The fireman got injured as the door fell on him as well. Another visual that you can see, some pictures that have been, this right here is the Times of India copy. You can see those visuals, the huge fire that we saw, this in Ghaziabad, where a 74-year-old woman and her daughter suffocated to death. But more importantly, and this is where a breach of data comes into play. Our vaccination data, it seems, Varghese.
Yep.
The government, it says, is denying reports of CoWIN breach and has cited data stolen in the past, quote unquote. Is this problematic? Is this troublesome? You've got the beneficiaries' data on a registered platform, the CoWIN portal. It's a government portal. I mean, now your data is also not safe, is it?
The data is not safe, and it should be of concern because it raises several questions. One is, who is having access to the system that could lead to such leaks, whether it is being accessed from inside or whether it's being accessed from outside. The question about what is the kind of protection that your data could have, and this is not happening from any private firm's collection, it's happening from the government side, that this data is being leaked. Now, this has hit the government quite hard because the government has also been speaking about, trying to get in data protection laws as well. But I'm looking at the Tribune, and the Tribune has in fact put the entire controversy in a very interesting manner with a quote of IT Minister R. Chandrasekhar also as well, Rajeev Chandrasekhar as well. Now, what is the controversy? They are saying, they put it in 3 lines. Sensitive personal information of COVID shot recipients appears on Telegram on Monday. Data-driven news portal South Asia Index is quick to report a major CoWIN breach. Reports allege that Telegram bot able to pull personal data via phone number and Aadhaar. Via phone number and Aadhaar. Okay?
So Aadhaar, our
yes.
unique identification system.
Yes. So through your entire personal information has been pulled out through Aadhaar and phone number, and that too by a bot, a Telegram bot. All right. Now, TMC and Congress has later have alleged that Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairperson Harvansh and Opposition Leader Derek O'Brien, all of them have in fact criticized about this leak, and they also said that their data has been leaked. In fact, TMC and Congress alleged data of Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairperson Harivansh and opposition leaders Derek O'Brien, P. Chidambaram, Jairam Ramesh, K.C. Venugopal and Abhishek Singhvi among others leaked. Now, just imagine some of them, if they are in the ministry as well, some of the confident details of your ministers also could be leaked. However, we have the minister saying that this is stolen data that has been leaked. Information is from threat actor database populated with previously stolen data is what he says. But the question remains is that the data has been stolen, whether it is from previously stolen or not.
This is what the Indian Express says, and it's on their explained page. It says CoWIN data leak, why the government response raises questions. It says, what did the centre say? The Health Ministry press release first lays out 3 ways in which data on CoWIN can be accessed. A user can access their data through a one-time password, an OTP sent to their mobile number. A vaccinator can access someone's data, and the CoWIN system tracks and records each time an authorized user accesses the system. That is, third-party applications that have been provided authorized access of CoWIN APIs can access personal level data of vaccinated people after OTP authentication. So, I mean, this is essentially...
that means they're going through the process that you have laid, through OTPs that you are getting the information leaked then.
So, it means basically you've got hurdles and checks, you've got 3 checkpoints, but essentially no security guard at those checkpoints.
This is
So it
really-
looks like there is security,
Even
but you can walk in straight.
We are, in fact, I'm also trying to understand a lot of these things. The Hindustan Times has also given a great graphic on this. Those who want to get a quick idea of what is happening, well, I'll just show it to our people as well. When it comes to this, I'll just show them that graphics as well. So just it's a kind of a textual graphic that gives you the complete details of that story. Here it says that the nuts and bolts of the leak is what they've given as the header. The damage is this: an automated Telegram account purported to reveal personal details like ID, documents and date of birth linked to the cell phone. It also gave jab center details. That's how much of detail has been leaked, suggesting the information as part of CoWIN user registry data. The hack, according to experts and developers behind Telegram, the data was illegally accessed through a backdoor that leveraged vulnerabilities in another government service, allowing for successful but illegitimate authentication on CoWIN. Basically, they use the same processes that are made available for you to get details. They use those same processes.
They is what? The bot on Telegram. They is a bot, is a robot on Telegram that use the same processes that we had to go through. It is as simple as that. That's how simple. And another big question.
So basically, nobody knows who's accessing your the data. Basically, that is what it's trying to say.
Every time you're asked to use your Aadhaar is supposed to be your unique identification, right?
And
is your Aadhaar data in the public domain?
It's too big a question, Kabir.
So
It's
what
actually
next?
Too big a question.
What next? Look at this. The Indian Express has, taken a shot at it. What next? The Health Ministry has asked CERT in to submit a final report. Chandrasekhar has said that the National Data Governance Policy has been finalized, which will create a common framework of storage, access and security standards for all government data. Queries sent to CERT in on the issue did not elicit a response in the meanwhile. So
now, just to add to it, what the government is saying, and they call it the denial. The government said that no unauthorized access has made to CoWIN, and Union Minister Rajeev Chandrasekhar said that the data may have been part of older data breaches. So the Health Minister said it had asked the CRT to probe the breach. So you're saying that this could be something old, but the fact remains it's been breached. It could be old data that you're saying that it remains that whatever data is available, it is of the people who it's already where the breach has happened. So you can't say that the new breach has not happened, right? Breach has happened. Anyway, there is a war of words over this.
Rajeev Chandrasekhar said it does not appear that the CoWIN app or database has been directly breached, and pointed out that Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, CERT-in, has immediately responded and reviewed the matter. On the contrary, now politics, take a look at how the politics is shaping up. Congress and the opposition. Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal said the duty of any entity, especially the government, is to protect individual privacy above everything else. This responsibility also extends to destroying data which is no longer required, so that it is not vulnerable to such breaches. But now the Congress has come out and the opposition collectively are demanding a probe into the entire situation.
In fact, Jairam Ramesh has asked this question also. He says, what immediate steps is the Modi government taking to secure the personal data of crores of Indians who trusted the government to keep their details safe? So this is the big question that Jairam Ramesh has asked on that. And urgent need for data protection bill, says expert, is what the Hindustan Times has given as well.
Well,
it says, experts said that the controversy involving the possible leak of CoWIN data underscores the urgent need for a data protection bill that will protect citizens from such exposure and ensure accountability of institutions. While the government denied any direct breach, well, the rest of what we have in fact read, but it just says that there needs to be a data protection bill that puts the accountability on someone, saying who is responsible for putting my details for someone to just pick it up.
And that's exactly what Rajeev Chandrasekhar is also talking about. He's saying the framework is going to come into place soon. The work of storage, access and security standards for all government data is going to be
We speak about this when we have something like this, Kabir. When are we going to, we are speaking about it when there's a huge data breach that has been reported.
Well, so was there a breach or not? At the probe.
We can't hide with technicalities, right? We can't hide on technicalities. That's the thing about it, because they use the entire process that's been provided to get you data. It's not that someone directly breached it. That's what interestingly.
But isn't this the government buying extra time? The government is buying extra time by saying that, This might be a part of the previous, breaches. Right now, we're working on this framework, and once this framework comes into place,
it might be. We don't know. So first, you have to have an investigation in place. What happened actually? Find out what the details of it. But the breach has happened, right? There have been several breaches. The question is, the breaches have been happening, and where it's happening, it's happening from government-related entities, because this is how the hack has been spoken about in the Hindustan Times. I'll just read it again. According to experts and developers behind Telegram, the data was illegally accessed through the backdoor that leveraged vulnerabilities in another government service. Vulnerabilities in another government service, allowing for successful but illegitimate authentication on CoWIN. Basically, the same processes that were allowed in that service was used to fish out data.
Well, so was there a breach? That's the big question, and we're certainly going to keep our focus on the developing story, because this is also not going anywhere anytime soon.